So there is a character that we watch that some people have watched on the internet. A particular person that likes to horse around. Um, Now it's the Vaush. We talking about Vaush. By the way, if you're watching this video after outside the stream, like and subscribe. Vaush has opinions about things on the internet. Some of his opinions has grown or changed, unlike the growth that his favorite subjects do in porn. But um, yeah, Vaush has opinions about stuff, and as of recently, I'm thinking Vaush needs to probably step away from the internet for about a month or so because he is becoming isolated. Yeah, isolated. And he's changed his position on debating, which is really weird because that's how he got where he was at. So let's see his conversations or his opinions about debating. Let's go.
I mean, my main issue with talking rhetoric is that I don't think most Republicans can be moved over at this point. I was more hopeful about that back in 2019, but genuinely at this point, in order to be enough of a Republican that you'll stand to defend your positions, you have to be really in the cult mindset.
So the first thing that I do want to say is this, and I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I don't expect anything more from Vaush and people of his ilk now. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Their audience has captured them. Seriously, guys. They are in audience capture mode right now. And it is nothing that they will be able to do to break out of that, except, be honest in the front. And then they will start losing subscribers. It is a reason why, and I'm just going out and say it, Destiny is constantly growing. Because he doesn't just stick with his group of insulated people that just donate him money and stay there. So many people on the online left wants to create instantly protected communities, and they end up being captured by their audience. Hassan, Vaush, Demon Mama, President Sunday. If you're an up and coming leftist, I get it. You want to make money from your audience. That means you have to have a dedicating following to lead to some people who may be a little, I don't know what's the best word, sycophants. But guys, come on now. At some point, you have to realize that you can't keep preaching to the choir. All my people who know G-Man will get that reference. Oh, I make myself laugh sometimes. Yes, I know. So here's the thing. Of course, debates aren't going to be useful to you if your audience is full of people that preach to the choir. And Vaush has an extra mark on him because he's toxic now. The horse folder enjoyer is toxic now. So of course he's not going to debate. He's not going to actually take the time and try to reach out to people because people are going to just say no. Because he has a horse folder. I just don't yeah, of course he's going to do that. He's big enough to be self-sustaining. He streams to sycophants in his chat all day. He has people that just are pay pigs. Let's just be honest, are pay pigs. Just to hear him talking, it's just I thank my supporters who support me. They've helped me through a lot of hard times. As little as little as I get, much for me, little for some people. But he has people that are just generously donating to him, which I'm not mad about. But it's almost a cult. So of course he's not going to think that he can reach out to Republicans. Of course he's not going to think that, hey, maybe Republicans can't be in my audience, disagree with me, but enjoy my content. No, of course he's not going to do that. And the isolation that he thinks that all Republicans are hogs and they only want to string you up from the the person that is just right of center. They want to put you in camps. Of course, he's not going to think that debating is going to work because, one, he doesn't really have any rhetoric that would actually address somebody's deeply held beliefs, and two, he's too lazy to actually try to resolve it. But let's go.
Doesn't make it impossible, and rhetoric is still important in life in general. It's like it's a broadly useful skill, but the framework for teaching rhetoric, like, is usually been, how do I convince someone that I'm arguing with, or how do I like defend this position or whatever. But it's like, dude, I don't think I've seen a productive conversation with a Republican in any context between anyone and anyone else in years. When was the last time you guys saw that?
Yes, Vaush, we know the world revolves around you, and because you don't see it, doesn't mean it means that it doesn't happen. Give me a break, dog. Give me a break. You're too much on the internet. I have conversations with conservatives all the time, and it doesn't actually turn to the streaming matches and those, I don't know, immovable fights versus a unstoppable argument. It doesn't. But I talk to these people in real life, not just on the internet.
I remember back in 2017, 2018, 2019, even 2020, pretty often you would see what looked like good faith Republicans sitting down and going, okay, well, I do have some concerns about the border, and I do think we should bring jobs back to America. And they would like have an argument. It's like, okay, they're wrong and they've been fed bad info, but they're not crazy. They just have bad info. I haven't seen anything like that in years. And that's not an exaggeration. I genuinely can't remember the last time I saw that.
Have you talked to people on the outside? Just on the outside. Have you talked to people on the outside that's not just between a camera and a screen? I'm just saying. I am just saying. For real. I don't know. I don't know. And here's the scary part about this. Why just Republicans? It's not a binary thing. Some people are liberal, some people are centrist, and some people are conservative. It's just not a binary. Unless you're practicing, if you're not with us, then you're against us politics. And then, of course, you're not going to win anybody. Because you have, by definition, said that they're your enemies. Well, let's go.
I know it happens. I know it's not literally impossible, but man, things have changed, like, badly. Maybe godforsaken. I mean, rhetoric is very, very important. Very, very important. Being able to argue well, it's not just something that you do in political debates. It helps you.
Why not just have a conversation? Just have a conversation. Why does it have to turn into an argument? Of course, that we're talking debates, but debates don't have to be contentious things. But what he's doing is, of course, I have to beat you down with my rhetoric. Of course, I have to beat you down with my facts because I'm just right on principle. Out of here. Let's go.
You in interpersonal arguments, not because you're trying to epically own the opponent, but because understanding what everyone's saying and how to engage with it is just generally useful. Like, that's not like, it doesn't even need to be an antagonistic skill. It's just a communication skill. It has applications all across the spectrum of human communication. So it's still important. It's just difficult. Unironically, make more videos about rhetoric though.
He just want to say it's difficult. Did he just
Still important. It's just difficult.
did he just whine about it being difficult? Did he just whine about being difficult? It's just difficult. This is the man who literally said this. Where is it at? Where is it at? I know I just had it. Here. This is his
And if
man.
more people were like me, the left would have won the online space years ago. If more people
Well,
in
I
the
guess
online
this-
left were like me, if they could be like me, then there would be no fucking chance for the conservatives. But unfortunately, doing this is hard. And it's tiring. Even for me. What does winning look like to you? Winning? What is winning? Winning isn't an end state. Winning is a state of affairs. You never have won. You can only be doing better.
That was this man 2 years ago before we found out about the horse folder. I'm just saying. This is that man. This is the same person who said this. And now you're on the, well, I'll just give up fighting because it's too hard. Let's go.
Unironically make more videos about rhetoric, though. Okay, to be clear, all of my videos are about rhetoric to the extent that they all contain rhetoric, right? Like when I make an argument, I don't need to say, this is how you make the argument. If I'm making the argument, that's an example of the argument that one might point to, or at least that I would point to, as an example of what I think good rhetoric is, you know. If only debate wasn't dead. I haven't gone over it yet because it's meant to be one of the things that I go over that I keep not going over because, yes.
I wonder why he doesn't go over it, because people won't debate him no more. And the people that do, they have to tiptoe around about the horse folder. And the thing about it is, he's so done with debate, he won't even debate the fact of his own redemption or how he should be treated. He won't debate the fact. He'd throw out a short stack goblin, but he won't debate anything to even help him. Dude, you tired. If you tired, say you tired. People will understand. If you burnt out, say you're burnt out. People will understand. You're not you're a politics streamer that does video games. You're not a multifaceted streamer. Cool, that's not what you do. So take a month or two off. Take some time off. Recharge your batteries. Delete all of the horses off of your folder and your hard drive. Defragment it. Take the hard drive out and then burn it. But take some time off. What this is somebody who's sitting back after they've made it, kicking the door closed after everybody else, because that's how he got his big start. And also somebody who's burnt out. He is tired. He wants to do, like, I know people joke about how he dresses. He wants to be this European type young guy in his 30s and, you know, living the dream of a European socialite. Go to Europe. Spend a month in Barcelona. Go over there. You have the money. Let's be honest. He has the money. Spend some time off. Get you a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a mirror. I mean, it's just like, and spend a month or two off. It's okay. I mean, like, you're not helping anybody right now. The only thing you're doing is feeding your ego, and that is leaving you tired. But maybe I'm jumping the gun. Maybe he's going to come up with a good reason why debating is a bad thing versus him just being tired of debates. But let's go.
Yesterday I was pooped because I had just gotten back from the hike in Mount Rainier, and today I'm exhausted because I have a headache and so on and so forth. Let me show you why I just don't care about debating and frankly just don't have any interest in doing it, okay? Look at this. This is one of the things I'll do a segment on when I finally get around to it, okay?
Republican governor and Republican secretary of state in the state of Georgia.
What's your name? You said Parker?
My name's Parker. We have a Republican governor and Republican secretary of state in Georgia that approved our elections, and Donald Trump said that wasn't constitutional.
Relax.
Donald Trump tried to undermine our Constitution.
You're 10. I just walked in. I'm here to just learn.
Hey, you're an anti-patriotic, anti-constitutional person crashing our party
So
because you tried to stop our democracy.
I got one question.
Donald Trump called the secretary of state of Georgia and told him to find him some votes.
What is a woman?
Oh my God. That is so weird, y'all. Maybe you should meet one.
I'm married to a woman.
Same.
And that's why I just don't care anymore.
It's Charlie Kirk. Dummy. It's Charlie Kirk. He makes his living on this. It's Charlie Kirk. Are you holding the standard that every conservative that is around in the U.S. is Charlie Kirk? Then my guy, you're more delusional than what I think you are. Besides wanting to be the top as a horse in some of your... okay, I'm sorry. It's Charlie Kirk. Seriously, though. Are you judging every Uncle Joe at the family dinner to be Charlie Kirk? Are you? For real? Are you judging every Aunt Susie to be Charlie Kirk? Is that what you're going to use as your famous argument? Dog, I get it. You just said that you went hiking on Mount Rainier. Dude, go take a month off. Matter of fact, too. Because this is what you need. You are burnt out. And being lazy, too. And you think you've arrived. Stop it. Conversations with people you disagree with are something that you heavily benefited off of. But now, because you made it, you don't need to. Come on now. Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Charlie Kirk is one of the like faces of the Republican movement. I debated him for 2 hours and I won. I dog walked him. He spent 20 minutes being aggro, and when he realized it wouldn't work, the rest of it was me giving like an educational lesson to him and Tim Pool's audience. Now he hears 30 seconds of completely correct talking points, and then he blusters back to a thought-terminating cliche that he has no interest in engaging with or answering. If I debated Charlie Kirk now, rather than 2 hours of me dog walking him, it would be 5 minutes of whatever the subject was meant to be, and then he would say, "Oh well, what am I? Oh yeah, well how about this? What's a woman?" And then I would have to go, "Do you actually want to get into that, or was that just your attempt at escaping the topic?" And then he'd say, like, "Oh well, what is a woman?" And then that would be the rest of it. There would be
Okay. If you're so confident in your skill, do it. Do it. Do it. The fact of the matter is, this is somebody who originally lost his first debate with Sargon of Akkad and came back and performed well. Are you scared of the fact that, oh, I look good this one time and maybe this next time I'm not going to look good, so I'm not going to do it? If not, that's what that's what we call a coward. Let's continue.
There is no discussion anymore. Nothing exists, nothing matters. What is a chair? Can you imagine debating someone and then you ask them any question, they're like, what is a chair? What is a chair? Go ask Socrates, dipshit. Like, there's no point, that no one wants to have a conversation. If Tim invited you back, would you go at this point? No. I
Because he's scared. Because he's scared. He's scared of looking like a fool or scared of looking lazy. And come on, man. Come on. And the fact is, so many people are parodying this because people don't like conflict. So yeah, he's right. And why would you waste the effort? Because you are a political advocate. You're supposed to advocate for stuff. It's no different from what he was accusing the video essayists of being set behind their walls of just like, I don't need to debate you. You're clearly you're clearly beneath me to have a conversation with. And he's done this for what, 5-6 years? I'm showing you this man. This man, Matt Dillahunty, Aaron Ra, have literally had a call-in show for more than 10 years. Been on the debate scene for at least 20, each of them. And they still have debates with people over religion. Religion. People that are concerned with their immortal soul. But you, Vaush, your debates don't mean nothing. Sure, let's go. Let's go.
I've turned down plenty of the bit. No, I'm genuinely my interest in. I don't want to do things I'm not interested in. If the sauce isn't there, what would it be? There's no longer an interest. No matter how good you are at debate, you always need both sides to be invested in doing it. Like if I showed up for a debate and they just made like farting noises with their mouth, I can't make a good point in that environment. It requires two people engaging with some standard of mutual competency.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. See the aforementioned point that I just pointed out. No, it doesn't. If you've ever watched any of the atheist call-in shows, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. See, the problem with a lot of people in the political sphere is they get disappointed by losses. It's taking some time, but this is somebody who's disappointed by losses or can't get his way, or people just don't want to debate you because you have a horse folder. Let's go.
It's just unfun. Like, it's not even a matter of performing well. It's just unfun. All of the rhetorical skills that I'm interested in, meaningless. You just scream your sound bites. That's it. Remember the debate between Moist Critical and Sneeko, where Moist Critical was objectively correct and reasonable the entire time, and Sneeko was like interspersing bad arguments with being pro-pedophilia?
Moist Critical is not a debater. That is not what he made his channel off of. He's a reactor. He is a gamer. He is not a debater. Why bring that up? You know that's not. You know that he's not a debater. You know it. Why don't you bring up the person who wants to be your boyfriend, Destiny, who has been on a meteoric rise because he's been everywhere debating everybody, and when it came to things that people will give him crap over, he still was able to defend himself and address the points. That's just simple. Dog, just say you burnt out. If that's what you're going to do, say you burnt out. Say your audience doesn't like it. And say that, hey, maybe it's time for me to stop doing that. Take 2 months off. I understand you have an ego that needs to be affirmed every day, at least for 4 hours a day. But take 2 months off. Come back hungry and not just for, horse pictures. But let's go.
And after that, every right-wing account on Twitter was like, yo, Sneeko just owned Moist Critical on trans kids or whatever. No one cares. Nothing matters.
And see, that's another thing. Again, you have this fear of looking bad. Dude, too late for that. Too late for that. You have a fear of looking bad if you lose a debate. Why? Why bring up the Moist Critical? Do you think he's on the same level as you as far as debate? Come on, guy. Come on. If you do, then yeah, you shouldn't debate if you think you're on the same level of Moist Critical. Let's go.
This is what I mean about no unity. How do you form unity with that? It's only power. They don't care about anything else. They'll do or say anything. They don't believe in anything. Anti-empiricism is a core tenet of fascism. Once you free yourself from the...
So wait a minute. And again, this is the reason why, again, I hate the whole what's the online left is doing. They're divvying up if you're not exactly like me in every specific point, then you're evil, you're a fascist. They just can't be wrong. They have to be ontologically evil because reasons. And we all know Vaush thinks that if you don't just think like him exactly, then you're just wrong, stupid, evil, and want to drink the blood of trans people. Let's go.
Burden of having to actually believe in something and hold to that position. You can do or say anything. and I just have no interest in engaging with it.
And why does he think these people just okay, this is somebody who's concerned with rhetoric, also somebody who's concerned with literally just philosophy. Haplin's razor. What can easily never attribute to malice, what can easily be attributed to ignorance. Quite literally, have you watched videos when people are starting to ask questions about the deconstruction of their conservative beliefs? They literally brain fry, not because they're just mean and evil. It's literally because when you start thinking about it and you're trying to justify your positions in your head to your own self and they don't work out, then you look like your brain is frying. That's the problem. But again, to Vaush, some of these people, they're just evil. They want to hold satanic Christian rituals where they sacrifice, trans kids on an altar of the Ten Commandments so they can purify the land or some garbage like that. And you think I'm lying about this being a problem with the online left? That's the reason why the online left is not doing anything but sitting in streamers' chats. And by the way, thank you for watching. If you're watching this in stream, yeah, thank you. I'm not talking about you. But they sit back in streamers' chats and just act as if they're helping with the cause by donating to the streamers. They're not getting outside. They're not actually organizing voting for, if you're not like voting for Democrats or shock Pikachu, maybe pushing a socialist candidate in your local elections. Trying to actually push for socialist candidates in Congress? No. That's cooperating with the system because, even though the system has power, and it makes it valid that way, if they put their effort into the system, that makes it valid to them because, that's how object permanence works. These people are evil. They want to all hurt you. Even the people that's genuinely afraid. But let's continue.
The hippie dippy revival was such a great example of why debate is stupid. Actual Justice Warrior was just straight up engaging in pedantic trolling with a stupid grin on his face the entire time, to the point where even Destiny was about to leave a few times. The right doesn't believe in truth anymore. There's no point. None of them. There is not a single right-leaning figure out there who would engage in a debate and be embarrassed if they performed poorly. In order for a person to be embarrassed that they performed poorly, there had to be any expectation whatsoever that they were going to participate in a meaningful.
This again is from somebody who says you're not doing it. Like literally, he has quotes on the internet of him saying you're not doing it to convince the person you're arguing with. You're doing it to convince their audience. For the Tim Pool audience, the Tim Pool show that he went on, he literally says, I wanted to reach out to their audience. What happened? Is he that broken by being broke back because of a horse? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know. And this isn't just something that has happened in like over the course of all 5 years. This is something that's happened over the course of a year or so. I don't know. Let's continue.
Way. That means not only are the participants, the pundits themselves, disinterested, their audiences are too. Nobody cares. It's all trolling at every level. I mean, when I went on Hippy Dippy, like, I don't know, 8 months ago or whatever, the only time the conversation boomed was when Alex Stein came over to sexually harass people in the call, and then people said he was awful, and then he just smiled and nothing mattered. Nothing.
Wow. Now, like, seriously, just right off the audience. Just right off the audience. Then what's the purpose anymore? What's the purpose other than preaching to the choir? What's the purpose of it? I don't get it. That's like Goku fighting. No, I'm not really gonna win. I'm not gonna really get strong, but I'm just gonna fight and start throwing punches. Literally. Oh my god. This is insane. I'm not saying that you have to be a raving lunatic in all these conversations. But the way he goes, and he doesn't want to do a political advocacy anymore. All right, let's go.
Nothing matters. None of it matters. Nothing matters. There's no argument for or against. There's no point.
Dude, you are living in nihilism right now. Oh my god. This is the person that used to tell people about stop being a black pillar. Wow. Oh my god. This man is broken. Like a horse. Wow. He's broken. This isn't the debating shit that doesn't work anymore. It's debating for Vaush doesn't work anymore. This is sad. I'm not even upset. I'm just disappointed. Well, disappointed, disgusted. Yeah. Let's go.
You could deliver the best possible point. What, your audience agrees with you? Their audience doesn't. There's no way of moving over anyone because they don't come to that thinking. It's not like the old Sargon days where there are fans of Sargon of Akkad who think that he like has a correct point that other people aren't willing to. It's a different era.
This is unironically like if you believe something before, you're just evil and you can't change. This is that conversation. Wow. Okay.
I think, I talk conservatives down quite a bit here. I think, if anything, I don't talk them down enough. I think that people in my community and broadly still overestimate how much they believe in truth. I think debates against less mainstream figures are pointless, but don't you think more mainstream people with a broad appeal to non-voters have more of a point? I don't know. I don't know what that sentence means. Destiny straight up said when reviewing the conversation I lost by even engaging, hasn't that been like half the debates Destiny has done? Pardon, I'm sure he does a lot of debates and I don't catch them, but I remember he said the same thing after debating Nick Fuentes on Fresh and Fit, where like, as it turns out, you can't actually have a debate when the opposition is just saying shit about Jews and the hosts of the debate are also just saying shit about Jews, and you're just sitting there like, and you can say anything, true, false, good, bad, it doesn't matter. There's no relationship between what you say and the quality of your speech and what actually happens as a consequence. It's all just...
So you taking cues from Destiny now? I thought you was better than that. I thought you was better than him. I thought you was better than me. You can be stronger than that. So buckle down and eat that horse. Oh. Maybe wrong reference. Maybe wrong reference. These gummy bears are good. I'm sorry. I'm just watching somebody literally devolve to the ooh-woo small bean energy type garbage that he would have criticized somebody for just a year ago. Because it wasn't all good just a week ago. No, I'm sorry. Let's go. Let's go.
Just edgy blood sports. It's worse than blood sports because in the blood sports era of debate, at least during that era, if you got a good zinger, that actually meant something. There was actual winning back in the blood sports days. If you f***ed up and you got your ass trashed back in the blood sports days of debate, you could lose reputation for that. Now it doesn't matter.
So it was about your ego. It was always been about your ego versus making sure you spread leftism to help other people, to make other people's lives better. But it was about your ego and getting yourself rich. Oh, creating a safe space for your community. Not helping them become stronger, but creating a hug box. Sad. Just sad.
It's all clown shit. There's no me. It's a complete nihilism. It might as well be like solipsistic. You scream into the void. Why would I participate in this? It's degrading to the human spirit. I mean, debates are good entertainment. Yeah, and people like Aiden Ross are especially entertaining to certain demographics of individuals. I will be entertaining doing things I enjoy doing. That's it. If you
Talking about fashion. Oh, I know. Talking about how nods work. Oh, I know. Getting mad at motorcycles because reasons they annoy you. That's what makes. I don't know. I don't know. Man, these gummy bears are really good.
if you think I'm only entertaining when I'm doing a debate, why are you still watching? Right, you've been in a content drought for a while. But also, frankly, I think you have bad taste. I was there for my debates. I know what I'm like. I know what they're like. And I know what I'm like when I'm not debating. I think that I'm pretty entertaining across the board. If you're only there for the debate portion, I agree they were good. But life changes, man. You know? Like, that you have to accept that. I thought they were good. Yeah, man, I thought it was great back before I had a lower back injury. That was great. That was a great time of my life. But it's been a long time. I don't think there's anything wrong with enjoying watching debates. At the end of the day, I can only really get invested in stuff that I enjoy doing. And the debate space right now is nihilistic to a point that the thought of engaging with it is genuinely depressing. You know? I hope
You are literally here saying that nothing matters. It doesn't matter. This and that. That's what you're literally saying. But you're accusing somebody else of being nihilistic. What? What? How are you accusing somebody else of being nihilistic when you saying it doesn't matter, nothing matters? Oh, it does. It doesn't matter what I say to these people. How? You are literally. There are three possibilities. One, you're burnt out, which you stream every day. Of course, you get burnt out. Two, you're afraid of looking like you're going to lose, because even though you complain that right wingers don't care about looking like they're losers, you mentioned the Moist Critical, you mentioned the Charlie versus Sneeko, where it made him look like he just lost, and you heavily emphasize that. And three, nobody would want to debate you because horse folder. But let's go.
hope you all understand where I've never been humbled in a debate. Certainly I've had ones where my opponent had a good point or was a proficient. Thought of engaging with it is genuinely depressing, you know? I hope you all understand where I've never been humbled in a debate.
Huh? Huh? What? What? Okay. Okay. Mr. I've never been humbled. Dude, you won't even debate your own existence for your career when people were literally making videos about you having a horse folder. No, you don't go into debates that you think you may lose. Because Sargon. Let's continue.
Certainly I've had ones where my opponent had a good point or was a proficient speaker or anything. I've never had a moment where like afterwards I was like, I'm afraid of debating or anything. It's just
You're doing that now. Oh my God. You're doing it now. You're doing the thing. You are literally doing the thing. Oh my God. Trying to put this pony out to pasture.
look at the last like 8 or 9 attempts at a debate. It's just miserable. I don't enjoy it. I don't think you guys enjoy it. I think you just have strong memories of like some key moments in the channel. But we make new key moments every day. I don't want to turn into one of those sad sack.
He sounds like one of those like, of course we had a better life where we had a better house and we had this thing called money, but you just got to used to being poor now. Like literally, that's how he sounds. And you wonder why his channel doesn't have the growth that he wants it to have. Again, to compare him to Destiny, who is growing. And again, like Hassan has really stopped growing like he expected to do. Because they get into these insular communities and then they think, oh, wait. I want to be, dude, like, take some time off. Well, let's go.
I don't enjoy it. I don't think you guys enjoy it. I think you just have strong memories of like some key moments in the channel. But we make new key moments every day. I don't want to turn into one of those sad sacks where all you do is reminisce about the good old days, you know, the memories of good. I'm still alive. The channel's actually booming right now, like more than it ever has. I think it would be misguided of me to think of like, oh man, 3 years ago I had a big debate with, you know, such and such. Like, okay.
What does it mean by booming? Let me see something. Dag it. Hmm. 470. Let's see something. Hmm. This is his channel growth over the last. I mean, of course, we know what happened in February. We know what happened in February. But his channel pretty much has been stagnant. Yes, over the last couple of days, over the last couple of months, it's grew up. Of course, election coverage, but it's been pretty stagnant. Like, and you're gonna get that over the next couple of months. Seriously. Because election coverage. Does he not understand? He went through an election cycle or two before. All right, let's go.
Okay, yeah, that was good. I'm good now. I also think that I'm pretty good at news coverage too. You know, I think that I've fallen into a good rhythm with it. I like it. I didn't used to like covering news. I felt like I was just doing the job of an MSNBC host. Now I feel like I do a good job tying it in. So I think
read the news article, watch the news article. All conservatives are bad. They all want you to die, and then talk about horse or talk about fashion and talk about how, you know, himself. That's literally his news coverage. Read or watch a news story. Talk about how conservatives all want you dead. And the end. Let's go.
You know, yeah, I think I've gotten better at it. I like it. It's a skill that I value. I want to get better at it. Would it ever be possible for someone like James from Modern Day Debate to present you a debate you'd be interested in? No.
Modern Day Debate has fell off. They sold their soul, technically, metaphorically speaking, and yeah, no, they kind of fell off. But let's go.
My disinterest in a debate is unconditional at this point. And trust me, I've turned down debates that you guys might have thought that you'd be interested in seeing, but I know what the debate space is like, you know? Go take a look at Charlie versus Moist Critical. Go take a look at any of the debates that
Why does he keep bringing that up? Because he's scared of looking like a fool if he loses the debate to somebody. That's all this is. Why do you keep bringing that up, man? He literally is starting to seem like Mayweather, only taking fights that he know he can win. Seriously. Seriously. That's sad. That's really sad. But let's go.
Destiny has done recently. I haven't seen them, but the debate space is the same for him as it is for me. It's the same space. Go look at him. Destiny's got problems, but he do be yapping. He knows how to talk. What are his conversations like? Do they look like they're full of mutual engagement? Do you come away from those conversations thinking, wow, that was a good use of his intelligence, his time? My guess.
But you know, the sad part about it is he actually listens to criticism. He may not accept it fully, but he listens to criticism. You're too full of yourself to listen to criticism because you think if they don't think exactly the way you think, then there must be stupid or evil. Come on, guys. Come on. See past this. See past this. This is somebody who's either burnt out or doesn't want to look like a fool, or the top tier people who he wants to debate won't talk to him because horse folder. Let's go.
Guess is no. Maybe in some of them, but my guess is probably not. Probably not. Have you been invited on Piers Morgan debates? Yeah, like 4 times. Have you seen a Piers Morgan debate? Everyone shouting over each other for like 30 seconds of uninterrupted speaking. Then Piers Morgan like rolls a dice on what position he's going to hold that day to maximize the views that he gets for that particular.
Still, you're putting your views out there. What part of that is so ineffable to you? Let's go.
Discussion. And if you're like held in poor favor in the dog pile, then like everyone just talks over you. And then Piers Morgan like asks
again, why is this whole thing just focused on how it makes him look versus getting out what he believes is the truth? This is more and more seeming as if it's more that he's being a coward about putting his views out there than actually being himself.
3 people in a row, like everyone take 1 minute to disagree with the 2 seconds of position expressed by the person. Dude, Vaush, you turned down airtime on live TV. The Piers Morgan, the YouTube is that on live TV? I think that's the online bit. I know he does stuff on TV, but that's a YouTube show. But also, yeah, I would turn down time on live TV. What point? You people are incredibly shiftless. When I say I don't want to do debates, why you're like, wow, not even for money? Are you what are you're weak?
Stop. Let me read donos at the end of the stream. Like, stop. No, stop. Stop it. No. Okay. Wow. I heard this video was bad, but I didn't realize it was this bad.
Did I stutter? It's not even principled. I just don't think it's fun. That's it. Do you not sympathize with that? You all have like myopic.
No, you're our dancing ape. Get out there and do the debates. Go ahead. Dance. Dance, puppets. Dance. All right, let's go.
Ambition brain where you're trying to think like, well, I would have simply grindsetted. What do you think I do this for? Would you do a live TV appearance, not a debate? Well, sure. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get that offer, but sure. If a person wants to come on.
Because horse folder. Yeah.
Because they have a disagreement with me, I don't necessarily have an issue with that. In my mind, there's a distinction between a person coming on because they have a disagreement and a debate. A debate carries with it expectations. You are there in a performative sense to disagree, right? But like right wingers never email me saying, hey, I have some disagreements, I want to come on. They say, hey, do you want to come on my show and have a debate? Massive difference between these two in terms of expectations.
He's just being a coward now. I'm sorry, yeah. Are people really buying this? This is funny. Let's read the comment section. closely literally said in New York Times article, how are you supposed to negotiate with people who don't believe anything? Dang. "95% of our conversations are coming with nuanced approach, offering up concessions on things that may or may not be wrong about trying to find common ground with him, or responding with, haha, you actually believe that even on even on a topic, dude, like I've had this feeling for a while. Like, these people, man, it's not cut out for everybody. It's not cut out for everybody. So you can't just say like, oh yeah, no, you can't be no, it's not cut out for everybody. Not everybody can do it. So why is he like, dude, like, seriously. This is a situation where it's one, I think it's burnout. I will admit to you guys, I think it's burnout. You stream every day or almost every day for 2 to 4 hours a day. You're gonna get burnt out. And he's just moved back to, I want to talk about stuff that interests me. Yeah, that's what you just should have did for all of your streams. But you started off with debates. 2, the fact that he keeps bringing up, well, I don't want to look like, this person look like a fool, this person look like a fool. It just seems like it's a fear that you think you're going to look like a fool. Which is okay to have a fool. Not everybody can actually have, like, say what you want. Vaush is pretty thin skinned. He has an ego and he wants to always seem right and almost always seem important. He's pretty thin skinned. You may see him just going hard against people, but yeah, he's pretty thin skinned. And just like, yeah, like, maybe nobody wants to talk to him. I don't know. Maybe he's scared of getting that surprise. Hey, yeehaw, motherfucker. Like, seriously. And if it was somebody else who was like, yo, you got to keep with a good fight, and it's about, winning isn't a state that you reach, it's a state that you have to keep fighting for, then it'd be different. But this man is just busted. It is time to put this horse out to pasture and give him some green fields. Give him a mare or two. I'm just saying. Anyway, we're going to put this video segment here. Like, share, subscribe. Please, it helps out the channel. And don't forget, I have a Patreon. And we're going to cut this segment here.
I want to say thank you to all my Patreon supporters and my Twitch subscribers. Join the Guardians, become a member, or become a subscriber on YouTube, Patreon, and help support the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.